Hi, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Title Minute, where we provide title insurance real estate education. On today's episode of the Title Minute, we're going to explain what an easement is and how it affects real property. Now, easements are shown as exceptions on the preliminary title report and are recorded on real property and carry with the property from owner to owner to owner. Now, an easement is simply a recorded document that grants access to your property to a third party. The most common type of easements that we see here in Southern California are utility easements. Now, that could be from Southern California Edison, PG&E, having to do with power lines above ground or underground, power poles in the yard, water easements such as drainage ditches and things like that. Those are all going to be recorded on the chain of title and shown as exceptions on the prelim. Now, some of the questions that we get asked is, can easements be removed? Well, technically, easements can be removed, but they're next to impossible to be removed. In order for an easement to be removed, the party that has the easement has to relinquish that easement and record something on the chain of title, relinquishing that easement to the owner. In all my years of doing this, I've never seen an easement removed from the chain of title on real property. It's next to impossible. Now, we mentioned that these easements are shown as exceptions on the preliminary title reports. If you click on the underlying documents that are hyperlinked, you can actually see a description of that easement. It's possible that some properties don't have any easements at all, but I've found that most real properties in Southern California have a few. Now, because easements are recorded on the chain of title, we actually don't need a prelim to pull that documentation up. Now, reading the documentation of the easements can be a little complicated. It's got a bunch of numbers and meets and bounds, and it might not make a lot of sense. But as long as we have that documentation and it provides us information as to where the easement is, we can actually do something called plot the easements. Now, what are plotted easements? Well, plotted easements is something that we can actually provide to you for free, where we take the plat map of the real property and we have an engineer actually draw on that plat map where the easements exist on the real property. So in order for you to order plotted easements, all you have to do is send me an email requesting that be done, and it takes about 5 to 10 business days in order for us to complete that. And remember, as long as the easement itself is described in the recorded document, we can get those easements plotted for you. So if you have any questions or concerns or need to order plotted easements on your next prelim, of course, you can always reach out to me. I am here to help you understand all this stuff. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe below. Take care.